All right, folks, as we are working through getting this video going up and running, we are excited to be joining y'all tonight here at beautiful Eagle Stadium in Hudsonville, the campus of Hudsonville High School here in West Michigan. We have a great one this evening. The South Christian Sailors play the home team tonight as they welcome in the Ducks from Zeeland West. Joined by the great Garrison Dean Gaddy here with me this evening. Garrison, as we prep for tonight's game, Sailors are coming off of 3 straight losses. Tough one last week to Unity, which is the best team in the OK Gold Conference. And things don't get a ton easier tonight as they have to face a similar offense and a really good team in the Zeeland West Dux.
Yeah, I mean, you said the best team in the conference. Unity is probably, if not one of, the best team in the state. Zeeland West, again, just as you said, they come up with the same offense, veer, wing tee, and they're second in the conference. South Christian right now 5th. This will be a good game for them. I think they have a chance to win the game. Pole position game, honestly. But we'll see where they go here, and let's get ready to kick off.
That's right. That's right. So Sailors really need a win tonight. Try to get that 5th win. Got a good record already, but get you that 5th one to make you feel really comfortable and confident about the playoffs. So we're about ready to kick off here, folks. Sailors won the toss, deferred. They're going to kick it off to the Ducks. The boot by Wyatt Saul is up. East with the return from the 2-yard line. That's going to be Brandon Holman on the return. Gets clipped at about the 25-yard line. Nice return for the Ducks. And now we're going to see this powerful power tee offense. Again, folks, similar to what we saw last week with Unity. We're going to see this potent Ducks offense tonight again.
Yeah, we get to see what type of adjustments the South Christian coaching staff has made from last week, and we're going to see it pretty early here.
Trey Slotehawk is going to be the quarterback as he's actually lined up in shotgun. Oh, my goodness, lined up as shotgun. Takes it right up the middle. Going to get a couple nice blocks. Keeps it up the inside. Gets brought down about the 39-yard line. Tackle there by Chuck DeHaan. And that was a surprise. They were in shotgun.
That was a huge surprise. I've never seen the wing team in the shotgun. I'm not going to lie to you. It looked pretty cool.
That was awesome. So we'll keep our eyes out for that. But the great Hall of Fame John Shillitoe putting the Sailors on their heels right off the jump as the Ducks get that first down long run. Running backs Keaton Hendricks, Jonathan Leslie, Isaac Vanderswag are the backs to go to. Slotehawk in the shotgun position again, takes to the right-hand side. Gain of about 3.
And good job by the left side of that South Christian defensive line. They crashed down. They made a play. They tackled. That was big last week. They had a lot of missed tackles, but they came out here and they're playing pretty strong.
Garrison, we spent all week prepping for the power tee, looking at tape, under center, 3 backs. And the first 2 plays of this game, Slotehawk is in shotgun. And so we're gathering our bearings here.
Here they are. They're back to normal.
Now we're back to normal. The 3 backs, 2 tight ends. This is what we're used to seeing. Slotehawk takes the snap. Going to give it to Hendricks up the middle. He makes a shimmy, breaks a couple tackles. Untouched, running up the hashes to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown just like that. 58 yards. Ducks on the board. 6-0.
Yeah, Hendricks there went untouched, as you said. Went up to the right side, up the middle, and then made a cut to the outside, and he was gone for the races. We talked about it ad nauseum last week. You have to be able to know who has the ball against this type of offense, and right there, looked like South Christian got mixed up.
It sure did. And that Keaton Hendricks has been a kid who's been dominant all year. He's the Ducks' leading rusher. Been really tough to bring down, and you get him in the open field, he's going to run away with that. Ducks going for 2, as they usually do. We saw that the last couple weeks against Wyoming and against Unity, against Forest Hill Central. Slotehawk under the power tee, gives it right to Jonah Leslie, who goes in untouched up the left-hand side of that line. Ducks 8, Sailors 0. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
All right, folks, just like that, Ducks go up 8-0 on that three-play drive.
So on that first drive for the Zeeland West Dux, we have Hendricks on a 58-yard touchdown run. 3 plays, 73 yards, a minute 27 duration. Leslie on a 2-point conversion run. 10:27 left here in the first quarter. 8-0 Ducks.
Owen Burgess fields that return from about the 12-yard line, carries it up to the 23-yard line. Just like that, Sailors offense is going to be asked to answer. Hey, this week's Family Fare tailgate is fresh, all-natural, boneless, whole pork shoulder, only 99 cents a pound. ShopFamilyFare.com for all the specials.
Did you say 99 cents a pound?
99 cents a pound.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Can't make that up.
See this? They have, he's on one-on-one right now.
So Carson Viss leading this offense. Play action pass screen to the right-hand side. Dumps it off to Owen Burgess, who's going to get some yards after a catch. Carries it to about the 30-yard line. Nice gain of 7 there.
That was a great gain of 7. Over the last 2 games, Carson Viss has had some slow starts. And as we know in football, you need to get get that ball out fast. Let him see a completion. And then let him see another one. And I thought getting the ball out there to one of your playmakers was a great job by the coaching staff, and now they're on 2nd and short.
2nd and short for the Sailors. 10:15 to go in this first quarter. Of course, Zeeland West was quick to strike. Going to look at the Sailors' offense. Let's keep them in this game. This must-need victory tonight. This O'Shaven lines up to the right. Another play-action pass. Gets it out to Burgess again on that screen pass. Burgess comes back, makes a nice catch. Carries it over the 38-yard line. First down, Sailors.
That play design for the last 2 plays, you have Burgess and you have DeHaan getting the ball. No block, no rock. Now, and both of them have done that for each other, and they've gotten the first down.
It's a couple nice blocks there by the receivers.
Notice on the boundary on the left side, they have Brinks in single coverage twice in a row.
They do. Yeah, good spot. We'll see if they go back to that. Brinks is now lined up in the backfield. Gives it off to Osterhaven up the middle along that hash line. Carries it up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 3.
It was a tough gain of 3 right there also. He breaks 2 tackles on the way down. He's going to run hard. And he gets stronger as the game goes on. It's all about how many touches he gets during the game. But I think coming late in the season, he's going to have a part to play.
So now we got 2nd and 4 for the Sailors. Swing pass out to Osterhaven. First time we've really seen that play develop to the sophomore running back. He carries it for a nice gain, about 4 yards, up to the 49-yard line.
During the week, the South Christian coaching staff must have seen something from the Zeeland West defense on the outside that they can take advantage of. Every play so far except for the one run play has gone to the outside, quick screens, quick ditches off to the running back and the wide receivers, and they're having success.
Late substitution as Van Salkema comes in for Osterhaven. Sailors 3rd and 4. Looking for a big first down. Viss takes the snap, quarterback sweep to that left side. Looks like he's going to be close to that first down line, Garrison, and I think they're going to give it to him. First down, Sailors.
Wow, that's I think a lot of us are surprised by that, but hey, who am I to argue with the officials?
Hey, who are you? From our vantage point, it looked close and wiped the sweat off the brow, and Sailors' offense carries on.
Got to go upfield, though. Got to go upfield.
Keaton Hendricks scored the first touchdown of the game for the Ducks. His lineup at cornerback. He's been solid at corner. Opposite of him is Trey Slotehawk. Screen pass again out to Burgess. Gets a nice block on the outside. Scampers his way ahead up the hash marks. It's about the 46. Sailors found something with these screen passes.
They really have. Chuck DeHaan, Liam Fian, both on those blocks right there. They were able to spring him off to get those yards. And, man, I'm happy with what I'm seeing out of South Christian right now. They're taking advantage of what they know they can. What did you say last week?
Take what the defense gives you. And they're doing that here as we've got second and 3. Sailors in Ducks territory. Viss drops back to pass, looks to his right, patiently waits for Tyler Brinks to get open, and he does. Across the 30-yard line, right on the hash mark. First down, Sailors. They're moving. 26-yard pass.
Wow, what a play design. So Chuck DeHaan runs, I think it was DeHaan, he runs a short hitch. What that does is that stops the corner rather than cover 2, and then you had Brinks going off on a 10-yard end, wide open, boom. What a play called by the South Christian offensive coordinator.
It really was. I don't really seen a lot of that where he lets that play really develop. This has been patient throughout the year, but he really let that one develop and waited for his receiver to find an opening in the zone. So this is we're talking about Carson Viss. He takes the snap. QB draw right from the jump. That was designed QB run. Takes it right at the middle of the field. It's about the 23-yard line.
This has been one of the better drives South Christian has had this year. You lure them to sleep with the screens. You run the ball once or twice to keep them honest, and then you come out in your back pocket and you run the play they had previously. And then you go back to your bread and butter and you have your very athletic quarterback run the ball for 6 yards. Great drive so far.
Really good drive for the Sailors as they are marching down this field. Ball on the 24-yard line, 2nd and 4. This lined up with O'Shaven in the backfield. Screen pass again out to Winicky, who's going to get popped by Slotehawk. Nice play by the cornerback coming up, making a play.
Yeah, Tyler Briggs misses block right there, and it happens. Eventually, the defense is going to see what you're running. You ran it 4 times already, and they stopped that one. But there's another chance here. It's third and 4, is it?
3rd and 4. What do you do, Garrison, when the cornerbacks creep up?
You go deep to Brinks.
Hit them deep. I wonder if that's what they're trying to set up here as we have a big 3rd down.
The average male in America is 5'9", folks. Tyler Brinks is 6'3", 6'4".
Sailors have 3 wideouts to the right. Burgess, Brinks, and DeHaan. O'Shaven goes out in motion for the screen pass. Viss is looking, patiently scrambles in the pocket, tries to dump it off to Liam Fayen. Ball just a bit underthrown out of Fayen's reach. Would have been a real tough catch.
Yeah, that right there is first incompletion. I thought that he had Owen Burgess streaking across the middle if he had time, but goes out. A little short in the throw, but they look like they're going to go for it here on 4th down, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, Viss must not have seen the open receiver. He was looking that way. He was waiting. Pocket was collapsing and had to try to make something out of nothing happen and couldn't hit Fayen. If Fayen would have caught that ball, he would have had plenty of room, probably be in the end zone right now. But instead, we're looking at 4th and 4. Ball on the 24-yard line. Danny Brown needs to think about this here. Timeout, South Christian. We'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual.
Everything's made fresh.
Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's. We love our guests.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
All right, folks, buckle up here. 4th and 4 for the Sailors. Ducks looking for a big stop. The Sailors are looking to answer, and quick twitch by Tyler Brinks, who's lined up in the slot, left side of the formation on the hash yard line. That's going to be a false start on the senior.
5-yard penalty. 4th down.
A little too anxious to get moving there.
Yeah, probably because he knew he was going to get the ball on that play. That happens. It happens.
So it looks like same formation. Sailors going to stick with what they've got. Now they're at a 4th and 10. Zeeland West with 4 down linemen. They're going to bring just 4, no blitz. Viss steps up in the pocket. Going to have to break a couple tackles to get this first down, and he does. Stumbles his way forward across the 15-yard line, and that run's going to be more than enough to get the first down.
Great job by Carson Viss on that play. He was looking towards Tyler Brinks on that 15-yard run. They had him double covered with a linebacker and a safety. Very interesting to see that. And, man, that right there is the Carson Viss earlier this season.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. That was what we saw. And, man, this first drive for the Sailors, a lot of creativity. They're moving the ball. Feels like a bit of a different team coming out in this first half, contrary to some of these other games.
You are very correct on that.
So just like that, folks, 1st and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line. Viss is going to take the snap all on his own. Has a lead blocker from Osterhaven. He tries to bounce it outside to the hash mark. He's going to maybe get 2.
Yeah, it's in the red zone. You got to be able to run the ball. First play right there, 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. It's a good play call. I think right here you might look towards going to Tyler Brinks. If not that, I think you're going to see another Carson Viss run.
Hey, folks, new for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action Saturdays and nights. Travel to Adrian. Game starts at 3 o'clock. Tune in on MichiganSportsRadio.com. All right, 2nd and 7. This play-action pass is looking for Burgess. Hits him right in the hands as he's crossing the goal line, but he can't bring it in. Tough drop there for Owen Burgess as Carson Viss put that one right on the money on that slant route.
Yeah, that was a great dart from Carson Viss. You got to catch with your hands, not your body. Owen knows that. He knows that. He's gonna make up for it later, or at least some point in this game.
No doubt, and he's been valuable this drive. A surprising drop from the senior, but I think you're right. They'll go back to him, and he'll make that up later on in this game. So back to 3rd down, 3rd and 7. DeHaan lined up one-on-one on the outside. Viss is going to get flushed to the pocket. They're in his zone defense, so they're watching him, waiting for something to develop. Viss throws a dart to Burgess again, thrown a bit behind him in the back of the end zone, but can't bring it down. 2 surprising drops. That one, maybe a little bit more so, just might not have expected that one to come, and Viss put it there.
Well, that went perfectly on that. He goes out. There's no safety in the end zone. There's no one back there. Owen Burgess goes out, makes a curl route or a drag route, follows his quarterback as he's rolling out. You got to be prepared to catch that ball. And it hit him right in the hands on that one, and it's tough.
Looked like Viss saw some green space, but that Ducks defensive secondary was in that zone. So Trey, the quarterback corner, was able to be all over Viss on that one. So Viss is going to drop back to pass again. He's got some room. He's looking, decides not to run. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone and broken up there by Trey Vandersloot. That's going to be a turnover. We do have a flag on the play. Looks like a lot of times that flag comes out. That's an illegal man downfield. So Ducks are going to decline that one, and Sailor defense back on the field. Hey, do you bleed orange or maroon? The Hope College versus Calvin University blood battle is the biggest battle off the field. In partnership with Varsity Blood Center of Michigan, the school with the most donations wins. The first ever battle is happening now, ending on November 6th with the big on-campus blood drive at each school. Here's how you can show support. 1, make an appointment to donate blood at your local Versity Donor Center and tell us whether you bleed orange or maroon by entering the promo code Knights or Dutchmen in the online appointment notes. Or you donate at the November 6th blood drive at your school. Blood donors of these drives will receive special commemorative blood battle t-shirts while supplies last. All right, Ducks get the ball back. 4:25 to go in this game. 1st and 10 from their own 10. They got some ways to go. Vandersloot gives it off to Noah Leslie, who banks his way up to the 20-yard line. Gain of 9. So far, big chunk plays for the Ducks coming out of that power tee.
Yeah, they're having a lot of success right now. It's not Unity Christian actually had a lot of small gains and a bust one. They're coming right out the gates with it. The linebackers and safeties, they need to look at the guards of this offensive line. That's going to tell you where the ball is going.
Yep, watching those guards all day is going to be important for these linebackers for South Christian as they run a bit of a shift before snap. Vandersloot not phased by it, gives it off to Keaton Hendricks. Keaton Hendricks has a big hole again as he takes it up the right-hand side, breaks the Burgess tackle down to the 45, 35, 30, all the way down to the 20-yard line. 55-yard pickup there from the senior Keaton Hendricks.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know who had the ball in that play. I looked left on the left boundary, looked to the right boundary, looked at the quarterback, and I realized, he's already 20 yards down the field. South Christian has to shore that up. Last week I talked a lot about what they should do. You know, Coach Tamiga told us when we played, but you can't play this type of team straight up in the trenches, and it's going to hurt you.
Easy to see from here, harder on the field as this Zeeland Ducks offense is cruising all the way down to the 30-yard line, or check that 24-yard line. Ball gives off to Pullman. It's going to be the ball carrier for the Ducks. Carries it for about 2.
A great job right there by Cody Jones. He jumped in there, made a pile. Did what I said a little bit about last week. Attack the legs of these offensive linemen, and you can see where the ball is, and that's what happened. They got a short gain on that for Zeeland West.
Zeeland West, Brandon Holman. Check that. I said Pullman. Holman getting his first carry. He's been active all season. The sophomore coming in meaningful minutes, but now the Ducks are back to their standard 3 running backs. As Sluthawk gives it off to Hendricks up the middle. Read pretty well by the Sailor defense. Still going to be able to get about 5 yards on that. Setting up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, shout out to Noah Klump on there, putting his helmet in that hole and getting the tackle. This has been the most impressive we've seen this defense so far in this game. They're not giving up the chunk plays, but this is huge right here. And this is going to be 4-down territory for Zeeland West also.
I think so. I think you're right. On this 3rd and 2, they're probably thinking about what to call on 4th if they don't get this. Sailors defense desperately needing a stop here. You can't go down 2 scores just like that against a team like this. Trey Sluthawk is going to give it to Vanderseeg on the right-hand side on that right running back position. He stumbles and carries and bulldozes his way in for a 16-yard touchdown. Isaac Vanderslag puts the Ducks up 14-0, just like that.
That was a great run by Vanderswag. Make some cuts, fouled as blockers, carry guys into the end zone, stretch the ball over to the end zone, and touchdown for Zeeland West.
Really, I mean, the Ducks offense has looked absolutely elite thus far. Again, reminded, this is a really good football team. 6-1, only loss was to Unity 3 weeks back. This is a really good football team. They're showing it here tonight. So they're going to go for 2 out of that unique shotgun set. 2 running backs to each side, lined up in a 3-point stance. Trey Vandersloot lowers his shoulder on the left-hand side. That QB run, he's going to be stuffed short.
We got to see more of that from the South Christian defense. What they did on that play, you need to see that for the rest of the game.
You do. So it's going to keep the score at 14-0. Right back after this, Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
You order groceries.
All right, folks, as we're back.
That drive there from Zeeland West, Vander Swab with a 16-yard touchdown run, 6 plays, 89 yards, 2 minutes, 47 seconds. Time left on the clock, 1:38, 14-0 Ducks.
If you're just joining us this evening, Ducks came out, scored on their first drives. They got the ball to start the game. Sailors had a nice drive in response to that, but were stopped short on 4th down, as now they have a 2-score deficit. Ball's kicked off to Burgess, who's going to take it at the 10-yard line, right-hand side, shimmies his way up, makes a couple nice moves to get up to the 30, around the 30-yard line, and that's where the Sailors offense is going to start. Hey, you need a reliable or transparent contractor for your bathroom or kitchen remodel? Check out Kobe Construction at KOBEConstructionGR.com. Locally owned with precise, high-quality work and great reviews. Get your free estimate today with Kobe Construction. That's K-O-B-E. Kobe. So Sailors are looking to replicate their first drive. Of course, looking to get some points this time instead, but need to score here given how the Ducks offense has really moved the ball so cleanly their first 2 drives. We're going to get a 4-wide set, no tight ends. Running back lineup in the backfield. Burgess comes in motion from left to right, and he gets swarmed and stopped by Brody Schmeyers. Comes up from that linebacker position, making a really nice play in the backfield.
Yeah, he came in there like a rocket. Either someone missed their assignment or he was just really that fast on that play. What I do like on that, though, after a tough end of that drive for Owen Burgess, the first thing they did on this drive is give him the ball. Build that confidence and let him know that you still trust him in this game.
That they're going to need him, And I said Brody Schmeyers, linebacker, he's actually defensive tackle, lined up with Mason Myers in the middle of that defense, looking to slow down and stuff this run game. He was one who made the play in the backfield there. So second and a bit longer as Carson Viss drops back to pass, play-action pass, looking for Van Salkema, but instead he's going to carry it and keep it on his own. Going to be flushed out to the right side over the 28-yard line. Picks up some of the lost yards there, but it's still going to be 3rd and 8.
Man, he had Van Salkema open there in the flats as his junior running back, number 22. If he catches that ball, that was an easy first down for him. Just a miss right there.
Just a miss. This Ducks defense is when they're blitzing, they're getting there and causing some problems for Viss, who's been able to make some things happen, but not enough time to let him find some receivers. So Sailors coming out on this 3rd and long and a bit of a bunch set. We saw this a little bit last week. Wide receivers lined up close as they're going to run another play-action pass to Van Salkema as Viss is flushed out again, but he's dancing around the backfield, spins, looking downfield, but instead he's going to tuck it, run for about the first down, and gets hit out of bounds. Late flag. I think that's going to be a late hit on the Ducks, tack on a couple more yards.
Yeah, great job there by Viss. Has no one open. A lot of guys miss him on that sack. He maneuvers through the pocket, gets to the outside. Stopped running for a second there. We got a little worried, but then he's got ahead, got the first down, and tack on that penalty.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, I mean, they'll take the extra yards there.
If you're going to blitz like Zeeland West is, you got to make sure you get to the quarterback. Because if he's mobile, just like Carson Viss is, as we all know, great athlete, he's going to get out of there. He's going to get loose.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've seen it. Ducks have seen it. I know Shillito and the rest of the defensive staff, that's what they don't want, and they're letting it happen. So Sailors moving the ball, 49-yard line, enemy territory. We're going to run an option to the left-hand side as Burgess comes in motion. Viss is going to be stuffed. Nice defense by the Ducks, not really allowing that option to the left to open up.
Yeah, I do like the play call. I haven't seen that this year from them. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Just go to the next play. Just go to the next play. I would like to see it again this drive, though. You have the personnel to run that.
That's a good point. Garrison, to keep it, don't turn the ball over. Keep the ball safe. Ball security, job security. All right, folks, that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Quick moving first quarter. Sailors down 14-0, but they have the ball and moving it. We'll be right back. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
For a great place to buy.
Schedule appointments and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
All righty, folks, welcome back. As we're getting ready to start this second quarter of action, Zeeland West up 14-0 on the Sailors. 2 quick scores for the Ducks. Sailors had a chance their first drive, moved the ball down the field nicely, but turnover on downs. Sailors with the ball again here, 2nd and 9, with a bit of momentum as they're in Ducks territory. This quick screen pass to the left-hand side again to Burgess. The play we've seen a lot today. That was one I think Viss might have let go a bit early.
Yeah, he did, and you could tell because it went ahead of the wide receiver. You got to get it right to him or as he's running forward, and that one is just a miss. Problem is now that it's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Sailors looking to – that's a good point. Sailors looking to pick up a couple yards to make that 3rd down a little more manageable. Unfortunately, unable to do so. So now we're looking at 3rd and 9. 3 wide receivers lined up wide. Liam Fayen in motion in that slot back position. Viss delivers a strike across the middle to, is that Winnecki? Or no, check that, Tyler Brinks. Tyler Brinks, Garrison, had the first down across the 40, but took a step backwards. I think they're marking him a bit short. Yeah,
and he is. You got to be aware of where the first down is at all times. And look, he caught the ball and tried to make a move when he didn't have to, and now they had to go for it here on 4th down.
I did. It looked like it was one of those, he would have caught it and leaned forward, he would have got it, but instead he tried to make a little more happen after the play, and unfortunately comes up short. So we'll see what the Sailors can do here on 4th and 1. They're going to give it to Viss, who bounces it outside, reads the blocking nicely, as that play could have been disastrous, but his quick wit, quick feet were able to bounce it outside and carry it across the 38-yard line for the first down.
Yeah, what was that song by Big Sean, All Me? That was all him on that play. The middle got blown up. He had 2 guys to the outside, made one miss, broke the tackle, got the first down. Good job by Viss.
That's those defensive tackles again for the Ducks, causing chaos there. Defensive end Marshall Johnson in the game as well for the Ducks. And then the other defensive end line opposite of him is Brody Moss. Check that. The other defensive end have been solid all year long. Linebackers are Isaac Vanderswag along with Will Skaggs and Tyler Bauman in that 3-linebacker set. So Viss drops back to pass on 1st down. He flushed out of the pocket, runs his left-hand side, looks to Liam Fayen, who makes a nice grab over the 20-yard line across the number, stumbles his way to about the 18-yard line, 25-yard carry.
Great job by Fayen.
It was, but that play will be negated as we got a holding call on the Sailors' offensive line.
Can't have that happen in the game. You can't have that happen in a game like this. You're down 14-0. You have momentum. That right there is a drive killer. That's tough. You know, you got to go 20 yards to get the first down. Thankfully, it's first down, and you have a chance to do it.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 1st and long, 1st and 20 for the Sailors. What would have been a first down. Spot foul sets them back. They're going to have some work to do as they're lined up in that bunch set again. Just a little close line up some of the receiver positions. Fish drops back to back. This time, plenty of time. Gets flushed out of the pocket. He's looking. He's going to keep dancing. He's got to throw it away, but he's not going to be able to, as eventually this Ducks defense swarms and sacks Carson Viss for a huge loss all the way back to his own 42-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 11.
I'll make it real simple for you here. Point to your mom in the stands and throw the ball to her. You got no one open. You might have had a chance with Brinks, but there's double coverage. If you don't see anything, I know he wants to be a playmaker. I know he wants to do everything he can for this team, but you got to get rid of that ball.
Garrison, what should have been 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line going in to score, now looks like 2nd and 31, according to the scoreboard here. And Sailors lined up on their own 42-yard line, so major sweat there as Viss is going to run to the right-hand side, but he's going to give it off to Owen Burgess on the reverse. Burgess makes a nice move along the sideline to break a couple tackles. Picks up about a little over 10, all the way up to about the 47-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 15 on that run. Nice carry to get some yards back, but still 3rd and very long.
Yeah, and, the thing is, on that play, I thought that he had a chance to get probably about 10 to 15 more on that, but the wide receivers missed some of the blocks. The Zeeland West defense is swarming and moving very fast, so it's understandable.
These defense, yeah, you mentioned the defensive backs for Zeeland West, really, really solid. Played well today. So Viss in 3rd and long, drops back to pass again, looks for a quick out route to Burgess from that slot position. Again, just trying to get a couple yards back. They're going to gain about 4 on that. Carries it over the 43-yard line, setting up a 4th and long.
Yeah, I thought they would have tried to get some chunk yards on there. It's 4th and 16, so you were at about 3rd and 20-some. I would say go for it, but at a point like this, you might want to punt it. You might want to.
I think you're right. 4th and 16, 4th and a quarter country mile here.
They're blitzing.
But Sailors' offense is on the field. This lined up. Looks like he's trying to get a hard count, maybe just get some of those yards back. And Ducks defense is not going to bite. A flag on the field. I imagine they're letting that clock run out for the delay game to give themselves maybe a little bit more room to punt. So the punt team, or at least punt formation, Carson Viss is the one who does the punting for the South Christian team, but looks like the rest of the punt unit is coming out on the field. That was a back-breaking holding call.
Yeah, it was. It was. And even more so, it's 1st and 20, but you still got a chance, and then you get sacked for another 11 yards. And
not what you want. We're going to whistle, timeout, Zeeland West. I think this one over just a little bit. So yeah, that is a tough stretch for the Sailor offense. That's been moving the ball today. The offenses look good. Play calling's been excellent. Execution's been really, really solid, aside from maybe some drop passes, some missed blocks, and then this last drive, which consists of a brutal holding call and maybe a miscue by the quarterback, not throwing it to Mrs. Viss in the crowd.
Yeah, so far in this half, for South Christian's offense, has been if it isn't one thing, it's another. And sadly, they can't get right now. And you would hope that the score could be worse than it is. Thankfully, they've been driving the ball. They haven't given Zeeland West short fields. But a stop here is imperative. It's very important they get a stop here because you can't go down 21-22-0. You can't do it.
You can't. And again, this folks maybe who don't pay as close attention to the standings and the teams around the league, this Zeeland West team is legitimate, and this is a top 5 team in the AP poll in their division, and then they are the number 6 ranked team in the Remax Power Poll, brought to you by Michigan Sports Radio. So this is a really legit football team the Sailors are going up against, and with a really good defense that made the stop. So Viss takes the long snap, punts it off. Nice punts, even get a good bounce, get returned and fielded, and he's so close, but going to be unable to field that one in play as it was Winicky trying to get down there in time to stop the ball. Unfortunately, it rolls into the end zone along with Winicky. And that's going to be a touchback.
Yeah. When that happens, South Christian, the players for South Christian, one person has to get on the side of the end zone. You can't stay on the side of the football because then it still bounces.
So, no, there's unfortunate fielding there by the Sailors. It was a good punt, and the coverage was there, and couldn't make a play. So, the Ducks offense is back on the field, led by quarterback Trey Slotehawk, the senior quarterback who's been rock solid all season long, leading this unit in this power T formation. He takes the snap, gives it to Hendricks up the middle. Hendricks has a way of just bouncing, patiently waiting for that hole to develop as he gets that ball first. Carries it up to the 28-yard line. Gain of 8 on that first down.
It's always tough to tackle and go against the running back that's in the middle of the wing T offense because they're going straight downhill and they're coming fast. And usually they're getting the most carries and it's the best running back.
Yep. And like you said, they get the ball right away. And there's not much time on that handoff. And that's when Keaton Hendricks can make you pay. So second and short, 2nd and 2. Slotehawk lets that play develop, hands it off to Holman, who has some room up the left-hand side. Tries to break a tackle, eventually brought down to the 35-yard line. Burgess in on the tackle. Gain of 7.
Burgess and Winky, and good job by them. They kept outside contained, didn't let them bounce it out. You had help from the inside from the linebackers, and a run that could have all game has been going long. That didn't happen.
Good contain there for the Sailors indeed. But it's still going to be first down. Ball on the 35-yard line. 6:57. The clock is ticking down in the second quarter. Slotehawk, play action pass. Lets that one develop. He's got an open receiver and Holman downfield. Check that Holman downfield. He makes a great grab at the 25-yard line, and there's no one who's going to catch him. That's a touchdown. That's a 65-yard touchdown from Trey Slotehawk to Brandon Holman. Just like that, folks. Ducks strike again and strike quickly. 20-0.
Yeah, great play design by Zeeland West on their play action. Had the running backs go out, then the wide receivers and the tight end go down the field. On that play, Gil Hood should have seen that. The wide receiver came out, didn't even attempt to look like he was going to block. And he had his eyes in the back looking at the quarterback or whoever else, and he got beat down the field. Just didn't cover him.
Yep, he was open, and that's a touchdown. Slotehawk gives it off to Vanderswag, who's going to be stuffed on the right hash mark. Sailors another nice 2-point conversion stop. Fortunately not before damage is done. All right, 20-0. 6:41 to go in this game. We'll be right back after this on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
All right, Ducks up 3 scores, 20-0. Garrison, tell us about that drive.
So on that drive, you have Slotehawk on a 65-yard touchdown pass from Holzen. 3 plays, 80 yards, a minute 23 on that drive. 6:41 left here in the second quarter, 20-0 Ducks.
So Bryce Kenyon on the return, shallow kick. Carries it from the left to the right-hand side over the 30-yard line. Nice return from Bryce Kenyon. Sailors offense back on the field.
Yeah, they had to get something going here. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think they should go back to what they did in the first drive. try and lure them to sleep. If not, you got to go deep in your bag and pull out whatever plays you have.
Yeah, you need to get something this drive, as Viss is going to have 4 wide receivers, 3 lined up to his left-hand side. Quick drop back, gives it to Burgess on the hitch route right in the middle of the field up to the 36, 37-yard line. Like you said, just take what the defense gives you and keep executing.
Yeah, it's going to work for them it's going to work for them with the players they have. You have long, tall wide receivers. They have a lot of radius, a lot of rooms. Get the ball to them, they'll catch it.
Burgess has been the matchup that they've been looking for. He's been solid today, and unfortunately 2 touchdown drops, but has been really good in every other part of the field. Viss drops back, looks for Brinks over the 40-yard line. Nice pitch and catch on the right-hand side. Got a late flag coming in, almost looked like after the play. Didn't see what happened as that flag was thrown in the middle of the field and that pass was caught on the Sailor sideline.
Looked like one of the Zeeland West players were scolding his teammate. It might be on them.
The ref's taking a while to discuss this. Trying to figure out what the play call is here, or what the penalty call is.
There is no flag for ineligible downfield. First down.
Okay, so they were, if you caught that in the mic, they took the flag away for the ineligible man downfield. Refs had to talk about that one a little bit. And fortunate flag pull for the South Christian offense. They're going to be 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. 5:40 to go. Clock is ticking in the second quarter. Offense getting set. Ty Brinks lined up against Keaton Hendricks. On the bottom, this isn't going to look at him. Instead, he's going to look for Burgess on that hitch route from that slot position again. Burgess tries to make a tackle and tries to squirm his way out, unable to. Still 7 yards on that pickup.
Yeah, this should have been the plan all along for the South Christian. Spread them out, get the ball out. They did it on the first drive, just different plays, but, man, it's working for them. He's got to sustain it. And they have no safety help back there. Eventually, they're going to get loose.
Trey Slotehawk is lined up at safety. He's been playing corner first couple of weeks. The quarterback playing on the defensive side of the ball, lined up in the safety position. So instead, they're going to give it to Van Salkema, who's got a gaping hole on the right side of that line. Carries it all the way across to the Ducks' 43-yard line. Nice 11-yard pickup there by Cash and Van Salkema.
We've been looking for a run like that from South Christian for some time now with this offensive line. We've been on it saying that they're a little bit undersized, but on that they did their blocks right. They push players, and that way you get a player that ran down the field untouched, and that's an 11-yard gain.
That 11-yard gain puts Sailors in first down. In enemy territory. Sailors have no problem getting to this point. Just getting in the end zone. That's what they're going to look to do here. Setting up a wide receiver screen for Chuck DeHaan, who's going to work his way back towards the ball. Gets a nice block from Burgess. Pickup of 10. Check that, pickup of 9. He's going to be just shy of the first down. That's another play call we haven't really seen.
This has been some of the most creative and best play calling I've seen from the South Christian team all year. It's not reflecting on the scoreboard right now, and it needs to now on this drive specifically. But what a play call.
Indeed. Sailors are 2nd and short, 2nd and 1. This takes the snap. Play action of Van Salkema. Hits Chuck DeHaan in the flat again. He's going to try to spin his way along that Sailors sideline over the first down. I think he's going to get it, and he is. 1st and 10 Sailors. Here we go again.
Yeah, they're creeping on the red zone right now. If you get the touchdown here, it's going to do a lot for your confidence. But first you need to get to the – of course, first you got to get the first down, get to the red zone. But I think they're going to do it on this drive. I think they have the Zeeland West Dux on their heels.
This Ducks defense again with those 2 corners, 2 safeties, 3 linebackers, 4 down linemen. Trying to slow down the Sailor attack. Quick hitch route to Burgess on that right side across the numbers. That ball's a bit overthrown, just out of reach for Owen Burgess. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that ball is up there. He had to jump and extend for it. Tough catch to make. But, hey, again, they need to keep going to Burgess because he's one of their best playmakers, top 3 on the team. Make sure he gets the ball in his hands and let him do something with it.
Hey, Uccello's Restaurante has a restaurant near you where great food and sports come together. Uccello's Restaurante, where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. That's going to be our post-game spot tonight as we look to celebrate South Christian's potential win here. Fish drops back to pass again. Plenty of time looking to actually run it. He waited for a moment, but decided he's going to scramble. Started going right. Continues to go right. Out of bounds. Crosses the 25, 26-yard line. Picking up some nice yards. Set up a short 3rd down.
So on that play, I think he was looking for Bryce Kenyon to keep running on that post route, but Bryce Kenyon stopped him. He's looking at him. He had his eyes dead set on him, and that would have been a touchdown, but you got 30 short. He got you there. This is where I think you should get the ball to your running back and then see what you do after.
It's week 8. The play's never over with this quarterback. Receivers just got to keep going, keep trying to get open. So 3rd and 1 on the 26-yard line, 2:46 to go. They're going to give it to Osterhaven in the backfield as he gets stopped, stonewalled by a host of Ducks. Isaac Vanderswag led the way in on that tackle along with a host of defensive linemen. Looks like no gain. Set up a 4th and 3. Sailors, of course, going to go for this as the clock just ticks under 2:30 in the 2nd quarter.
I think right here, no matter what, and if you have to force it, you force it. You get the ball to Tyler Brinks. That's where you go.
And as you mentioned that, Brinks lined up on the wide side of the field, 1-on-1, all alone, 3 wide to the other side. Instead, Viss is taking the handoff. He crosses the 24-yard line. It looks like it's going to be just enough for the 1st down. Nice run by Viss. The late flag, though, comes in after the play again. Would have been interesting to call to see what happens here because if this is after the play, it's still going to be a Sailor 1st down, but it depends which way that ball's going to go.
Unnecessary.
And that's a personal foul, unnecessary roughness by the defense. So either way, 1st down for the Sailors, but instead they're going to get halfway to the end zone. That's the 2nd personal foul of this game. I guarantee you, Coach John Shillitoe, the Hall of Fame great, is not going to be happy about penalties like that.
Yeah, I bet he isn't. Something I want to know, I'm pretty sure if you're beyond the 20, it's 15 yards, and then it's half the distance once you get within the 10, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. But the Sailors are going to find themselves on the 12-yard line marching in. It's about where they were the first drive on the other side of the field, unable to score. Quick hitch to Burgess along the right sideline again. That's open. That's been there, and they capitalize on it. Gain of about 7. Nice gain on that 1st down. Sailors, ball at the 5, maybe the 4. Still get a 1st down.
Now, Coach Danny Brown, he's hitching his wagon on these hitches right now.
Aha. Very good, Garrison. Very good. It's week 8, folks. We're in our bags. All right, Sailors looking to score. 2nd and 2. Clock ticking to just over a minute, 1:05. Sailors should take this one into halftime. This is going to drop straight back to pass over the middle. Was looking for Brinks, and folks, that hit Marshall Johnson right in the hands. I can imagine Viss didn't even see him. Sailors lucky to get away with that dropped interception.
Yeah, he had Owen Burgess open at the goal line and just missed it. But hey, live to see another down. You didn't throw the pick. Forget about it.
The playbook's still open here. But folks, hey, do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For real, buys and sells homes as is with the mission to create real estate upside for everyone. They're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today, 616-816-2028 or forrealhq.com. So Sailors on 3rd and 2, give the ball to Osterhaven on the right side, the right hash mark, and he bulldozes his way with some authority over the goal line. Sailors on the board, Garrison.
You know, I love all my Sailors, but that sophomore running back there, man, do I have a special heart for him. Great, tough run right there. What about four guys to get to the end zone, and now you have a Sailor touchdown. Nice to get on the board.
That was a real nice drive and punctuated wonderfully by who you just mentioned, Isaac Osterhaven, who's due for a touchdown. He's had some really solid games the last 3 weeks. Great to see him get in the end zone. So Wyatt Saul on for the kick. It's up, and it is good. With 54 seconds left, Sailors are on the board. 20-7 down to the Zeeland West Dux. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back after this on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Of hope.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Don't just...
Okay, folks. We are back. Garrison, tell us about that drive that puts the Sailors on the board.
Oh, we have a Sailor touchdown there. Osterhaven on a 4-yard touchdown run. Carried 4 men to the end zone with that, too. 13 plays, 70 yards, 5 minutes, 41 seconds. 54 seconds left on the clock. 7-20, Ducks.
So Ducks run his offense that doesn't always move super fast, but if the offense is rolling, they can move quickly, and they've done that. And with 54 seconds and 2 timeouts left, imagine that they would look to do that, look to try to get some points on the board. Short kick fielded by Jonah Leslie. Maybe some miscommunication. They said a fair catch.
One player said a fair catch. The person that didn't call the fair catch caught the ball. That's a live play. That's a live play right there.
That's something we'll have to talk to Mike Piera in the booth, who's not here with us. But if only one person has to flag it, or does the returner have to flag the fair catch? It's a good question. So 52 seconds to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Zeeland West is going to get it 1st and 10. Slowhawk lined up under center, traditional power T formation. Gives it to Hendricks up the middle. Hendricks bulldozes his way, carries a few Sailors, about 6 yards. Timeout, Ducks. Hey, companies like Rapid Line Inc., Wolverine Coil Spring Co., Digital Tool and Die are hiring. Check out the standing page on MichiganSportsRadio.com to see some of those job opportunities and postings. And that's brought to you by Precision Metal Forming Association. So timeout used by the Ducks. Have one more timeout left. It's a good spot for the Sailors to be in if you can get a stop there. Be interested to see what John Chilitold does. Garrison, here's a little note for you about Chilitold and this Zeeland West team. They've made the playoffs the last 14 years. 4 state titles in 19 seasons as a program. That is Sleepy, one of the top programs in the state that I don't think people talk about enough.
No, they don't, and they've been good for some time now, even since we were back in high school. And actually, Zeeland East has had their moments also.
Yep, they've got things going on the lake shore out that way in the cornfields. Real solid programs out there. So they're going to look to capitalize. 46 seconds to go. Trey Slowhawk lined up in the shotgun. 2 running backs to the left of him. Gives it off to Holman. Brandon Holman gets a lane on that sweep. Who breaks a couple of tackles? Man, this sophomore is shifty as he carries it over the 50-yard line down to the 47. Nice 17-yard pickup as the Ducks offense is moving quickly. Slowhawk under center now in the tee. He's going to spike the ball. stops the clock with 33 seconds left. Set up a second and 10 on the 47.
Something that's a really underrated skill on defense is tackling angles. On that play, you see the running back weaving and bobbing. You have to know when to slow up, when to speed up, where to go, predict where he's going to go, anticipate. On that play, it was tough to do for them, and what a run by the sophomore.
And that's going to set up the second and 10. Slowhawk lined up under center. Actually sends Holman in motion as a bit of a wide out as Sloman rolls out, gets pressured. But gets some excellent pressure by Grayson Hunderman, who gets in the backfield, brings down Slowhawk for a big-time sack.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was down or not, but that was a fumble also. But wow, what a pass rush by the South Christian Sailors on that play.
Grayson Underman, who the 6'0", 200-pound sophomore. Make sure I'm looking at the right line items here. The sophomore has been excellent all year long, both sides of the ball, and comes up big to get that stop.
And what makes that even bigger right here is that they get the ball after half.
Yep.
You just scored. You've had success all half on this Zeeland West defense.
Yeah, that's a big stop. So Sailors are going to take the timeout here. Danny Brown wants to see if he can get a stop. It's 3rd and 19. Going to look to get a stop and get the ball back. He's got one more timeout in his pocket left. So if they do get the stop here, they will be able to stop the clock.
And I'll tell you what, I'm not as of right now, for my own reasons, I'm not a fan of keeping timeouts in your back pocket. So, good job on Danny Brown for using it.
Can't take them with you into the locker room at half. So Sailors are going to need a big stop as both teams are back on the field. 3rd and 19 for this Ducks offense, lined up back on their own 44-yard line with that sack, that Grayson Hunderman sack on Trey Slowhawk. Clock is at 26 seconds. Sailors have two safeties lined up deep on their own 40. Gives it to Keaton Hendricks. Keaton Hendricks busts up the middle along that hash mark, but Sailors are able to bring him down. Grayson Hunderman and Isaac Osterhaven.
Wow, no timeout?
No, there had to be a timeout. Yeah. The clock is running down to 11.
Yeah,
Zeeland,
it was at 20.
That can't be right. Zeeland West took the timeout? The refs just said Zeeland West took the timeout.
Yeah, the clock went from 20 to 11. I'm really surprised there that Coach Danny Brown didn't call that timeout.
No, I mean, the refs, I suppose the refs did say that. The scoreboard does reflect that, but why would Chilton take a timeout? I imagine that was Danny Brown.
Yeah, I mean, even more so. I mean, 9 seconds just walked off the clock. If you're trying to, you had 20 seconds left on the clock when the ball was down, then it looks like they might have lost an opportunity there to get the ball back with some time.
Yeah, interesting sequence of events. Neither coach is talking to the ref, so that must have been as it was described and announced by the officials.
And if that's the fact, Bryce, you're correct. Why would he call a timeout?
That's puzzling. I don't quite understand that. So 4th and 10, though. 11 seconds to go on the clock, as you mentioned, Garrison. That clock kept running before that timeout was called. Could have maybe got a little bit more on that. Zeeland West actually lined up in their offense in the power T. Again, Trey Slowhawk, play action pass. He's got two guys open, and he's going to hit Vanderswag over on that corner route. Isaac Vanderswag with a nice pickup for the first down. Wow, quite the play call there.
Yeah, it's the same pass play they've been running the other two times, and for some odd reason they didn't come up on those wide receivers, and now they're in field goal territory.
That's an interesting call. And one thing of note, too, Rowan DeCam is not in the game. I see him on the sideline. Wow. I did not catch that at the beginning of this game. But either way, 1st and 10, 5 seconds to go. Ducks probably going to get one last shot South Christian is going to take a timeout. They had safeties deep. Burgess and Winnicky lined up almost on the goal line. That was an interesting sequence of events, my friend. I don't quite understand what happened there. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone sometimes, and the moon is bright now, so maybe there's something going on. But no, that was an interesting sequence.
Yeah, it was a little puzzling. Had no idea who called the timeout. Didn't understand why one coach would call a timeout and why one would wait. But
yeah, but here we are. Here we are. So Danny Brown with the timeout he'll send his defense back on the field. Sailors looking to get one last stop before this halftime. Hey, halftime show coming up after this. The West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show is coming up after this. A lot of great stuff. Go over the first half action, message from MHSAA, handful of other great stuff. So stay tuned. Tune in. All right, 1st and 10. Slowhawk drops back out of shotgun, launches it deep over everybody's head, almost out the back of the end zone. Play never really had a shot from the start, but nice coverage for South Christian. And that's going to do it from Eagle Stadium. Zeeland West Dux up 20-7 on the South Christian Sailors. Fun first half. We'll be back after this on the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
And 67 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Then let's take a look. As I mentioned over the phone, wear and tear.
Oh man, they're never gonna buy this thing. Wear and tear? Well, there's the coffee stain on the seat. It needs new brakes. All 4 wheels squeak. The passenger door doesn't even have a handle. Not to mention that one time I went to my uncle's farm and backed up into a truck full of shit.
Should about cover it. You're all set.
Oh.
Don't overthink it. Seller to Weller.
All right, folks, welcome in to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. Go over the quick scoring summary here in this first half of action. To kick things off, the Zeeland West Dux got the ball, and Trey Slowhawk led this offense on a 3-play, 73 yards that was capped off by big Keaton Hendricks touchdown run. Put the Ducks up 6-0. Jonah Leslie capped it off with a 2-point conversion, put the Ducks up 8-0. South Christian did get the ball back, but was unable to score. Turnover on downs, giving Zeeland West the ball, and they drove it 6 plays, 89 yards, drive that took 2 minutes, 47 seconds, where Isaac Vanderswag capped it off with a 16-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was no good. Ducks up 14-0. South Christian got the ball again, but was unable to convert and put some points on the board after a nice drive. Gave it back to Zeeland West in the second quarter. Took it 3 plays, 80 yards. Slowhawk with a 65-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Holman on a nice throw to the sidelines. Put the Ducks up 20-0 with the 2-point conversion. No good. South was able to get on the board near the end of the drive. 5-minute, 41-second long drive that was 13 plays, took 70 yards. That was capped off by an Isaac O'Shaven 4-yard touchdown run. They scored with 54 seconds left to go on the board, down 22-7. Well, don't go anywhere. We will be back after this. Talk more on the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show here on on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by West Michigan Wellness Group. This team of dedicated professionals is proud to support Sailor football, just like they also support the well-being of our community through individual counseling for children, teens, and adults, as well as premarital, marital, and family counseling. West Michigan Wellness Group is committed to bringing excellence, authenticity, and a tailored approach to your unique wellness needs. Look them up online and let them know how they can serve you, your family, or your organization. West Michigan Wellness, here to help. Legacy Christian School is on a mission to prepare Christ followers and kingdom builders. At Legacy Christian, students find their place in God's redemptive story where every subject points to Jesus Christ. With learning experiences that extend beyond our walls, we answer God's call to love our neighbor and to restore his kingdom. Discover a close-knit community at Legacy where your child's faith can flourish. Offering English and Spanish immersion from K-8, preschool, and extended care. That's Legacy Christian School. Do you need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors!
Football teams enter the home stretch as the postseason is just a handful of days away, and the Scholar Athlete Award returns for year number 36. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. 2 regular season games remain for football teams before Selection Sunday and the start of the postseason. Let's take you through the next couple of weeks on the gridiron. Sunday, October 27th is Selection Sunday. The 32 teams with the most playoff points in each of the 8 11-player divisions will be divided into district pairings. In 8-player, the top 16 teams in each of the 2 divisions will qualify for postseason play. The selection show will air live on Valley Sports Detroit at 4:30 p.m. 11-player districts start November 1st, as do the 8-player regionals. Staying with 8-player, regional finals will start on November 8th, and the semifinals are Saturday, November 16th. The 8-player finals are Saturday, November 23rd at the Superior Dome in Marquette, and those games will be live on the NFHS network. In 11-player, district finals start November 8th. Regionals will be November 15th and 16th, with the 16 semifinals being played on Saturday, November 23rd. The MHSAA 11-player football finals are Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving at Ford Field. Both days will kick off at 9:30 a.m. We play the even divisions on Friday, the odd divisions on Saturday, and all 8 finals will air live on Valley Sports Detroit or Valley Sports Detroit Plus. To see your team's playoff points and where they rank within their division, check out MHSAA.com and click on football. You can also see updated pairings, schedules, and more as results roll in. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Grand Rapids West Catholic's Landon Smith. The junior made a 38-yard field goal with 1 second left in a 24-23 win over Forest Hills Eastern, which gives West Catholic at least a share of the OK White Crown. The entire Romeo girls cross country team Romeo runners finished 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th as the team easily won their 9th straight Macomb County Championship. And Oxford running back Luke Johnson, he rushed for over 200 yards and scored 3 touchdowns in a 38-14 win over West Bloomfield, giving Oxford at least a share of the OAA Red Championship.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skill certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We've got a soccer you make the call today. Team A has a player, number 9, in offside position. Team A's number 1 takes a shot on goal that hits the crossbar and deflects right to number 9. The player collects the ricochet, shoots, and scores. What's the call? Goal is awarded because the ball is deflected to number 9. No goal because number 9 was in an offside position and gained an advantage for being in the offside position. Or caution number 9 for being offsides and interfering with play. If you said no goal because number 9 was offsides and gained an advantage, you are correct. Play would restart with an indirect free kick for Team B from where the ball was played by number 9 of Team A.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Applications are now being accepted for the MHSAA Scholar Athlete Award presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. 32 student athletes will eventually be selected to receive $2,000 college scholarships. This is the 36th year of working with Farm Bureau on these awards. Since the 1980s,
Founded in 1969, J&H Family Stores has grown from a single tank truck to over 50 convenience store locations in West Michigan. Our locations offer a variety of fuel options ranging from Exxon, Mobil, Marathon, and Citgo. At many of our stores, you'll also be pleased to find a Tim Hortons or Subway. Find the location near you by visiting myjhfamilystores.com. There's one in your neighborhood.
Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do. Using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle, they help you sail through your collision repairs. Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products, or find a retail location near you at bigosmokehouse.com.
All right, welcome back to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show, as we enjoyed a wonderful halftime performance by the South Christian Marching Band and the dance teams. Celebrate some of the seniors on these dance and marching band squads. So really, really cool. But hey, let's look at some of the first half stats from tonight's game. Scores 20-7 here. It's been a pretty even game. It's just about getting in the end zone. South Christian 10 first downs, Zeeland West 8 first downs. They've been able to pick up yards and big chunk plays. Rushing yards, of course, is tilted more towards the Ducks, 192-52. Passing yards actually pretty even, as the Zeeland West Ducks had a really nice deep touchdown pass, 65-yard touchdown pass from Sloat Hawk to Brandon Holman. That puts up some big yards there. So Ducks trailing in that department. 98 yards for the Sailors, 93 passing yards for the Ducks. Total yardage is 285 to 150. Big differentiator there. No turnovers for either team. 3 penalties for the Sailors, 2 for the Ducks. Again, those unsportsmanlike conducts plagued the Zeeland West squad heavily. And third down conversions is another interesting stat, as the Ducks have been able to keep South Christian behind the chains. 2 for 8 on third down opportunities for South Christian, 1 for 2 for the Ducks there. Fourth down has been an interesting story as well. Ducks been perfect, 1 for 1, as the Sailors 3 for 4. This is 98 yards on 15 for 19. Sloat Hawk has 93 yards. Again, that big pass plays, 3 for 4. Rushing leader for the Sailors is Carson Viss, 11 carries, 38 yards. And then Keaton Hendricks, the senior tailback, who's been great all season long, is leading the Ducks with 134 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown. Burgess has had 8 catches. He's had a nice day, 47 yards. And Holman with 2 catches, 72 yards. That one big touchdown pass has kept him in the wide receiver leaderboard. So we'll take one more break before we come back to you to start this third quarter. Should be a fun one. 27, Zeeland West over South Christian.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area. Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back as we get ready for the second half of action. South Christian Sailors, a home team tonight's match here at Hudsonville High School, Eagle Stadium. Folks, it's been a perfect night. I mean, all season has been just incredible weather, and tonight is no different. It's around 55, so the jackets are on, but still comfortable, dry. Full house this evening as well, as Hudsonville's got a really unique kind of 2 levels home side of the bleachers, and both bleachers seem to be relatively full. So it's another great night of football as we get ready to kick off this second half. South Christian's going to get the ball first. They won the toss and deferred in the first half. They're going to get the ball here on the kick. Burgess and Kenyon back deep. Burgess is going to be able to field this at about the 8-yard line. He takes it from the left to the right, trying to bust a tackle of Will Skaggs. Unable to. Nice open field tackle for the senior Duck linebacker. Bring him down. 1st and 10 on the 20. So the Sailors had some things going in the first half. Able to put together some drives, just couldn't get in the end zone. They're going to have the opportunity here to bring within 1 score, but they're going to need to do that because they haven't really been able to stop the Ducks offense, aside from that last drive of the first half. So Viss takes the snap, looks back. Boy, he's dancing around the pocket. He's able to bust free. Eventually chased down by a Ducks defender. He does get it away, does go past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds, so a successful throwaway, but man, he was hawked tightly by Tyler Bauman.
Yeah, he can move around back there for so long. Then the clock went off on his head. He tried to scramble out to the right side of the field. But you say he got caught from behind, but he got the ball off. Don't take the sack. Good veteran move.
Did not do that in the first half. Lost big yards this half. Learn from the mistakes. We're going to get a penalty, actually. A holding call for the Sailors. Apologies, folks. Did not see that flag, but holding call sets the Sailors up now for 1st and 20. Lined up deep on their own 11-yard line.
All you need is 5 yards.
5 wide for Viss. 3 wide receivers lined up on the wide side of the field. Quick hitch route to Burgess. Burgess with a nice spin move on that right hash mark. Going to be able to gather about 7 more yards. Nice conversion on that first down.
They dipped back in the well from the first drive of the game and the third drive of the game also when they hitched them down the field all the way to the end zone. And yeah, if you're Coach Danny Brown, there's no reason to change that up. If they're going to give it to you, they're going to let you do it all game, do it.
First 4 weeks of the season, Sailors had success downfield. Week 5, they go to Forest Hill Central. Viss gets picked off deep, and nice to see the Sailors really adjusting, still using Viss's talent, skills, making things happen just in different ways. So just like that, Viss drops back to pass, tries to step up in the pocket, but he can't as he is swarmed and still standing up, does get sacked technically as the play is called dead in the backfield.
A skill that's really hard to learn in the high school ranks is just pocket presence and knowing how to move around and maneuver and step up into the pocket. And you see it in Viss. He ducks down with his shoulders when he goes to the pocket and he looks to run. But those are growing pains.
It is, and when you're being chased down by Marshall Johnson and Tyler Bauman, makes your life a little more difficult. So 3rd and very, very long, 3rd and 19, as Bauman on the pressure again, flushes Viss out to the right. Viss drops it in the bucket, drops an absolute dot across to the 45-yard line to Tyler Brinks. 35-yard completion. What a throw by Carson Viss, rolling to his right, waiting for Tyler Brinks to get open, and drops it in the bucket.
Over the last few weeks, we've seen Viss, overthrow some guys, throw some guys short. He's pressured. He's running. On that one, he put it in the bucket, as you said. What a dime by Viss.
Well, it looked like the Duck defender was there, and just that ball hung out long enough to get Brinks in the hands. First down, Sailors all of a sudden at their own 47-yard line. Burgess goes in motion, but Viss is going to keep it as he takes the ball up the middle. Gets maybe 3 yards on that play. Setting up 2nd and 7.
The South Christian's going to, if they're going to continue to try and win this game, I think they should stay in that 4-wide, 5-wide set. I believe at this point you should let your best player make the plays, whether it be with his arm or legs.
Ducks secondary still consists of Keaton Hendricks and Trey Slowhawk on that left-hand side, safety corner combo. Play action pass to Owen Burgess on that slot screen as he takes it to the sideline. He's going to get about 7 yards, close to the first down, maybe a yard short. We saw that all first half, these screen passes. And there's been a lot of creativity with the different type of screens called, but they found something here in this game with these matchups.
They definitely have, Bryce. And they're running out of different sets, different formations with different players in different spots. You have one guy running from the slot, one guy running from the boundary, one guy running from the inside. It's nice it's beautiful to watch. They've been really creative today.
It really has. It really has. Zach Blackwire has called an excellent game thus far. So 3rd and 2, ball on the 45-yard line of Zeeland West. Sailors all of a sudden moving. Gives it to Cash Van Salcom, who makes a nice cut in the backfield. Boy, he looked dead to rights, but he shimmies his way left to right and able to pick up the first down. What a carry.
Yeah, and I don't think Zeeland West was looking for that. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, South Christian usually passes the ball or lets Carson Viss run it. On that play, they give the ball to their running back. And then, Cash Van Salcom, first down. Good run by him. He's having a really good game.
And one thing to note that we picked on at the end of the first half was that Rowan DeCam is out of this game. We've seen Isaac Osterhaven actually into that linebacker position, and I think the importance of that running back position makes you wonder if they're going to need Cash Van Salcom here to keep Osterhaven rested in that pivotal linebacker spot. So 1st and 10, Viss, play action pass, finds Burgess on the slant route, kind of bobbles it but brings it home. Nice conversion for the first down. It's going to be about a 14-yard conversion, and Burgess saw that one in the hands, brought it in.
So great job by Burgess on that play. Bobbled it for a quick second. Good job by him on not dropping the ball when he was hearing footsteps. That's his 11th catch of the game. He's on fire.
Wow. Yeah, wow. Should have 13 really, or 12 or 13, but hey, you know what? 11's excellent production.
I never did that.
No.
So that's impressive.
Senior's been good today. So Liam Fayen in motion in that slot back position. Viss drops back. Boy, he's got a lane to his left. Doesn't see it. He's going to keep going to right into a bit of pressure, but he finds himself with a little bit of time. Looks for Burgess on the sideline at about the 10-yard line and underthrows it. Skips off the dirt, and everyone here in the box saw that green space up that left-hand side of the field. Fortunately, Viss didn't.
I was getting ready for you to have a great call right there on a touchdown run. I think we all saw it.
It was there. It was there. But, folks, Family Fare Tailgate Specials, fresh, all-natural, honey-style ribs. Buy one, get one free. Visit shopfamilyfare.com for all those specials. Sounds great. So does the South Christian first down. 2nd and 10, Sailors. Ball on the 27-yard line. 8:45 to go in this third quarter. Check that. As Cash Van Salcom takes the handoff up that left hash, brings it to about the 25-yard line.
One of the things I love about this drive right now, and you saw on the first drive, on this touchdown drive for South Christian in the first half, they're taking a lot of time off that clock. Zeeland West, they're clearly scoring really fast, but I think South believes they can get one stop, the stop to make sure they have a chance to win this game. And yeah, I like what they're doing right now.
Yeah, at this rate, they will need that stop, and they will need the score here. Of course, they will need that stop after that. Viss with the 3rd down snap, flag comes out. That one's going to be holding as he delivers a dart to Burgess along the 12-yard line across the sideline. Enough for a first down, but I think there's going to be a holding call on that play. It's going to set the Sailors back. That is a holding. Missed the number there, but big penalty for the Sailors, and they are going to replay third down. Hey, do you bleed orange or maroon? The Hope College versus Calvin University blood battle is the biggest battle off the field. In partnership with Varsity Blood Center in Michigan, the school with the most donations wins. First ever battle is happening now, ending November 6th with the big on-campus blood drive at East School. I'll tell you about how you can support after this play. After this 3rd and 17, Sailors were moving, and the costly penalty on that third down puts them in this position. 7:43 to go in the third quarter. Vish drops back. Nice blocking by this offensive line. He's looking. Boy, he's got someone wide open in the end zone. Looks like Burgess. And he's just going to wait and wait. And he throws across his body. Interesting choice there as he rolls to the left sideline and just contorts his body to try to throw it almost to the other hash mark.
Yeah, that was confusing. You know, he had someone open, and I think was it Burgess in the end zone. And then he rolls to his left. He had a bunch of green in front of him. He chose not to run again, and then threw across his body across the field, which is any coach would tell you don't do that. And thankfully, it hit the dirt. But yeah, you know, I think just on this, I think Briss feels the pressure right now. He's trying to do a lot.
Yeah, it looks like he may be trying to do a little too much. Of course, they wish they could have that back to pick up a couple yards to make it a more manageable fourth. As we've mentioned before, this is responsible for the punts, but this looks like a normal offensive set. Danny Brown doesn't love what he sees, signals to the ref he wants a timeout. So, hey, you wondering about how you can support the blood battle? Well, the first thing you can do is make an appointment to donate blood at your local Varsity Donor Center and tell us whether you bleed orange or maroon by entering the promo code Knights or Dutchman in the online appointment notes. Or, second option is donate at the November 6th blood drive at your school. Blood donors at these drives will receive a special commemorative blood battle t-shirt. That's while supplies last. So it's 4th and 17. Ball on the 34-yard line in Zeeland West territory. South Christian looking to convert here. I think as Garrison, we both mentioned, you need to get a score, you need to get a stop. You don't get a score here, you're going to need to get multiple stops potentially.
You know, and it's 7 minutes and 32 seconds left on the clock. You've drained a lot of the clock, and now you're at 4th and long, and man, drive killers. You know, that's what's been heard in the South Christian Sailors. They've been in the game. They've been in every single second of it.
They have. It's a great point. We haven't seen a ton of penalties from this offense, especially this offensive line holding all season. All of a sudden, we're seeing a few today. So, all right, folks, 4th down. As Vish drops back, Ducks bring the pressure. They're going to bring that linebacker. Vish is able to shed that tackle. He's looking. Boy, he's trying to be patient. He eventually finds Brink across the 15-yard line. Did he catch that ball? He caught that ball. Check it. That was Chuck DeHaan. I saw the 8. Folks, that was a 19-yard conversion that had Carson Vish running for his life with a handful of Ducks defenders in his face. But he finds the old reliable Chuck DeHaan right in the middle of the field for that first down.
Yeah, he put it right in the middle between two defenders. That was I don't have a lot of hair, but I was grabbing and pulling on it. What a great play there by Viss and
Chuck DeHaan.
Chuck DeHaan.
Yeah, that was one of those where, boy, Sailors don't get that. This game could go a different direction, but instead we're looking at 1st and 10 from the 16. As Burgess comes in motion from the middle of the field, left to right, gives it to Van Salkema. No, he keeps it actually on that read option. He bounces off a would-be tackler at the 14-yard line, only to get shoved out of bounds. It's a gain of about 3.
Harkening back to that last play, listen, do you know what luck is? It's when hard work meets opportunity. And, man, did Chuck DeHaan have an opportunity. He fulfilled it. Great job by him. I'm still stuck on that play. I apologize. And
that wasn't an easy catch either. Like that was one that he had 2 defenders draped on his back, and he had the concentration and focus to to cradle that ball and hold on to it, make the catch.
Play the game for them.
Yeah, no doubt. Kept them in the game. 6 minutes to go. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 13-yard line. Sailors down 20-7. Needing to score here. Pressure by, that's Brody Schmeiers. Comes in from that stunt on that defensive line. Pressures Viss. Viss is going to overthrow a would-be screen pass. Looked like the Sailors were looking for Liam Fayen. Flag on the field. Holding call. Another holding penalty for the Sailors offensive line.
I have a problem with this officiating right now. They've put themselves in this game too much, and there's holding on every single football play. There's no reason for them to call this many holding calls. There's no reason for them to assert themselves like this.
That's 6 penalties for the Sailors. Very uncharacteristic. 50 yards of penalties. The great Tim Chenoweth compiling those stats in real time for us. 50 yards of penalty. The Sailors under that rate, thankfully, will only be down 2 scores. So 2nd and 17, ball in the 23, gives it to Van Salkema, who has a nice couple blocks and a nice hole along the sideline. Boy, he read that hole wonderfully and almost went untouched to the end zone, only to get pushed out at the 3-yard line. 16-yard carry for Cashin Van Salkema, who's been amazing today.
Yeah, they're getting some production out of the running backs today, and we haven't seen that most of the year, if not at all this year from the Sailors. But the last few weeks, as you mentioned earlier, they've had an uptick in their play, and man, what a run there.
So with that penalty and those yards getting grabbed back by Van Salkema, Sailors are looking at 3rd and 1, ball on the 7 on that right hash. 2 receivers to the left, wide side of the field, far lined up out there. Gives it to Van Salkema along the right-hand side. He's going to get swarmed by a host of Ducks. Brody Moss led the way on that tackle. Nice defense. Defensive end.
Yeah, Zeeland West, all game, the defensive line has created pressure. They haven't let the running backs get off too badly. They are very good. They're physical. They go with their hands, and they shed blockers.
So now it's 4th and 2. It's another 4th down. I believe that's the 6th 4th down attempt the Sailors are going to have today. That is not money down conversion. Money down, of course, being the 3rd down. That is not money down conversion metrics that you want to see. So Sailors looking to get the 1st down anyways. Liam Fayen in motion. Viss drops back to pass. Boy, he's got a lot of room to the left. Cuts it upfield as he's pushed out of the pocket. Tries to break a tackle. And it looks like from our angle he's going to get the 1st down. Boy, I think he thought he could have scored there, and I don't think he even saw the guy chasing him from behind.
Yeah,
forces to get the 1st down there.
He barely got it by his chiseling his hair, but we said all game this Zeeland West defense, they fly and they're very fast, and 9 times out of 10 that's a touchdown for Viss.
So Sailors keeping this South Christian fan base heart rate high. Again, that's the 6th 4th down. Clock is ticking. This has been a big drive. 4:23 to go. First down from the goal line, or first and goal, 5-yard line. Viss takes the snap. Designated QB run along the left-hand hash. Looks like no gain. 2nd and 4.
And for everyone listening, we haven't glitched. Nothing's wrong. South Christian has had the ball the whole 3rd quarter so far.
That's a great point. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This offense has been on the field, and they've made it difficult on themselves at times, but still on the field. And now they're in a position to score as they're lined up 2nd and goal on the 4-yard line. They're going to have 2 wide to the right, the bottom to the right side of the formation. Gives it Van Salkema, who runs left, cuts it back upfield. Nice read in his blocks. Looks like he's going to be just shy of the goal line, but real nice run again there by Cashin Van Salkema.
What's crazy about that, I wouldn't even be
Sailors
mad.
going quick here in that almost that power T set as Carson Viss is under center. Looking at the refs, so they're going to give him a first. They give him the touchdown. Touchdown, Sailors. What a statement drive coming out of halftime. to put it in the end zone there. 3-yard run puts him at the 1-yard line, and Sailors go no huddle. Carson Fisk goes under center, and they score a touchdown.
That might have been the longest drive in high school football history.
It really felt like it.
I have no idea how many plays they ran, but my goodness. 19 plays on that drive.
That was a 19 play. Oh, my goodness. So Wyatt Saul on for the kick. Flag's flown. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Sailors. Going to make a point after attempt. A bit trickier for Wyatt Saul.
For South to have all these penalties and be down by 7 right now.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, so Saul on for the kick to make it a little bit more challenging. That ball gets backed up 5 yards, but he kicks it up, and it is good. The senior soccer star knocks it through the uprights. Sailors 14, Zeeland West 20. We'll be back right after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Golf 616 is Grand Rapids' newest and most elite indoor golf facility. A place where you can refine your swing, compete in a league, or simply enjoy a round of golf with friends. Golf 616, the perfect place to sharpen your game when you can't get out on the links. Located on West River Drive and 131 in Comstock Park. Find them on Facebook or online at golf616michigan.com.
All right, welcome back. Go ahead, Garrison.
For the first drive coming out of the half, South Christian ends with a Vince 1-yard touchdown run, 19 plays on 79 yards, 8 minutes, 46 seconds on that drive, 3:10 left here in the third quarter. It is South Christian 14, the Ducks of Zeeland West 20.
High, short kick from Wyatt Saul down to about the 30-yard line. Jonah Leslie returns it, gets maybe 5-6 yards on that return. So what a response for South Christian coming out of that second half. An 8-minute drive. That's crazy.
9.
Almost 9, 8:46, you're right. Almost 9-minute drive to be within one score. But now the Sailor defense is going to have to come up big. They need to get to stop here. As Trace Lodehawk back under center, hands it off to Isaac Vanderswag. Vanderswag carries it to the right-hand side, about the 46-yard line, picks up 5.
There's a new fire right now into that South Christian defense. When you look down that play, that defensive line there from the linebackers all shot in there. I saw on that play Noah Klump. He was pumped after that tackle. It looks like they're ready to play football now.
They're going to need Klump, who's been awesome at safety. Of course, that safety position against this offense is a little bit different than what you normally think, but they're going to need him to come up and make support on the running plays. So Jonah Leslie gets the carry on this second down. He's going to carry it 4 yards. He's going to be just shy of the first down at the 45-yard line.
They've had a lot of success on that left side behind left tackle Andres Martinez, number 71. Like I said on the last play, their South Christian's defense is playing a little bit tougher right now. Looks like they're not intimidated.
They definitely do. But this is a tough spot to be in against this offense. 3rd and 1, ball on the 45. A lot of times this is Keaton Hendricks territory for the Zeeland West Ducks, as they are going to give it to him. In fact, and sure enough, he busts through the line of scrimmage. He doesn't even get touched until, matter of fact, not even get touched at all, as he makes his way left to right down the left-hand hash mark, down to the 5-yard line. What a run for Keaton Hendricks on that play. Boy, he runs patiently, and he finds his holes, finds his moves, and carries the ball 42 yards for a first down.
Yeah, Keaton Hendricks, it hasn't listed as a fullback. I mean, he's on 7 carries for 177 yards, but he's no fullback, everyone. That guy moves like a scat back. He's really quick, really fast. And the South Christian players, it's really hard for them on these tackling angles to get him.
Again, Sailors going to need a stop here. This ball is on the 8-yard line. First and goal for the Ducks. Minute 10 to go in this rapid-paced third quarter. Ducks looking to respond to that second half touchdown. Gives it off to Isaac Vanderswag. Vanderswag busts his way. Boy, he runs hard. Busts his way down to the 3-yard line.
And Bryce, correction on the stat there. He has 7 carries for 195.
That's Keaton Hendricks?
Yes.
Yeah, he's had a really nice day thus far. Ducks are knocking on the door. 2nd down and 3. Goal to go. Sailors really going to have to dig deep. Looking for Parker Hennigan. Nathan Potter in that middle of that defensive line. Going to have to cause a pile as they give it to Jonah Leslie. Leslie gets hit at about the 1-foot-yard line. Nice pop for South Christian. Keep him out of the end zone.
On that play, I'm not sure if you noticed it. Every single one of the defensive linemen for South Christian dove at the legs of the offensive lineman for Zeeland West. What did that cause? It allows the linebackers and the safeties and the DBs to see who's in the backfield and who has the ball, and they're able to stop there, where usually they give it the touchdown.
That's going to take us down to the end of the third quarter. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to kick off the fourth quarter and finish out the rest of this game action here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
All right, folks, welcome back. We get ready for this fourth quarter of action. Zeeland West knocking on the door on the 1-yard line. Honestly, it's more of the 1-foot-yard line, or the 1-foot line. Sailors gonna have to dig deep to make a stop here. Any chance the Ducks run a pass play here? Zero chance.
Zero chance. They have about as good chance as me, Bryce, as my dad growing his hair back.
That's good. That's
Love
good.
you,
It's
Dad.
a ricochet shot at the great Arlen Gaddy, but we'll take it. So we're going to see the traditional power T set. Trey Slotehawk lined up under center. He takes the snap, gives it to Vanderswag, who jumps over the pile into the end zone. Or check that was Jonah Leslie on the carry. Nice leap over the pile. Touchdown, Ducks.
Yeah, Zeeland West, as we said, that left side of their offensive line, even in the middle with their guards, man, they move bodies. And Vanderswag, he jumps over there. Now, he looks like an actual fullback. He doesn't look like he's fun to tackle at all. He jumps over, gets in the end zone. Now they've taken a commanding lead in the fourth quarter.
Ducks looking to go for it. Go for 2 here. Go up 28-14. Slotehawk takes the snap, play action pass, looking in the end zone. Nice coverage by Brinks. Tries to break a tackle, and he's going to be short. Is he going to fumble that? The ball is loose in the end zone, but they're going to say he is down just shy of the end zone. Again, nice defense. Sailors have been really good on the 2-point conversions today.
Yeah, and that's honestly kept them in the game. This could easily be a 3-score game right now, but it's not. They're down by 12 here with a chance.
Got a Sailor down on the opposite sideline. Can't tell if is that Chuck. It looks like Chuck DeHaan from here. He's back up on he's back up on his feet. Looks to be all right.
So on that scoring drive here, the fourth for Zeeland West, you have Leslie on a 1-yard touchdown run. 5 plays, 64 yards, drive in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. 11:57 left here in the fourth quarter. It is 27 Ducks, 14 Sailors.
26.
26.
That's all right. Yep, 26. 26-14. Sailors down on Zeeland West. So next week, Sailors have one more game. This is, of course, the last game of the conference season. The Uni Christian Crusaders have clinched, so they are the OK Gold champions. Zeeland West in second place spots. So a nice season for the Ducks. As we already mentioned, they're used to playoff success, and they've pretty much punched their ticket to the playoffs. Zeeland West onto the kick. High, deep kick. Fielded by Kenyon. Kenyon takes it from the 12-yard line. He's going to try to bounce his way up to the 30. Going to be just short. Ball on the 29-yard line. So Carson Viss and this offense is going to get the ball back again.
They're going to get the ball back, but what happened last drive and even the other scoring drive, which is 13 plays, the last one being 19, that can't happen here.
No.
Right here, you're looking for the home run on every single touch, on every single play here. Whatever your best plays are, now it's time to use them.
We'll see what Blackwire and Copeland and the rest of the staff draw up. The Sailors are going to have 3 wide. Winnicky lined up on the wide side of the field. That's going to be the left-hand side of the formation. Covered down over top by Brandon Holman. 2 wide receivers at the top of the formation, the right side of the field. Tyler Brinks, Owen Burgess in that slot. First and 10, ball from the 29. Van in motion. Quick screen pass again to Brinks. Brinks tackled quickly by Tyler Bauman, who was all over that screen pass.
Yeah, Tyler Bauman, good job by him on that play. Recognized they've seen it all game now. Made the tackle and stopped him for a short loss. If you're South Christian, you got to push the ball downfield. I don't think it's the time to be running screens anymore.
At 11:21 and counting, that clock is moving. So that will be something to be aware of as we get a little bit closer. But we're 2nd and 8, ball on the 31. This with the handoff to Van Salkema. Van Salkema pops through for about 4. Nice run there. But it's going to set up a 3rd and 5.
Who do you think they go to in this play? You would have to think it has to be an 18 or 2 in Brinks and Owen. I mean,
I think so. I think you're going to look to the old reliable targets here. Big 3rd down.
They need to come up with that. Go ahead, Bryce.
No, I was going to say, there's a slower pace right now that I think we're all a little bit surprised of. Down 2 scores, you're going to need to get a stop. You're going to get the ball back. Sailors just kind of taking their time. And that's worth it because, boy, they find Owen Burgess on a post route right over the middle, and Carson Viss delivers it on a rope, only where his guy can catch it. 18-yard conversion there. Nice play design to shut me up real quick.
Yeah, they definitely did that to you. And they've been setting that play up all game. They've run that screen pass at least 10 times today. And on that one, he fakes it out to the sideline and throws it deep to Owen Burgess.
Nice pitch and catch from a connection we've seen all season long as we are in week 8 of this 24 season. 1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. Sailors looking to get into Ducks territory. Handoff to Van Salkema. Takes it along the right side. Gets maybe 2. Going to be 1, actually.
I'm really surprised by the play call on this drive. That's 2 runs and a screen pass and one really big pass they've had to Owen Burgess. You are playing for playoff contention right now. You got to try and win the game. This isn't the time to run the ball, especially not twice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Sailors, mentioned earlier in the broadcast, are going to need a win. I think, and maybe we'll be able to get in with 4 wins. It all depends. But yeah, you want to get that win to feel comfortable about that playoff spot. So they're going to try to get that here tonight. As we're going to see another screen pass to Owen Burgess out of that slot position. Tries to read some blockers, can't really free open some space. He's going to get actually no gain on that catch. Nicely defended by the Zeeland West defense, led there by Drew Albrecht coming down from that safety position.
I'm surprised they haven't gone back to that play that they hit Tyler Brinks on earlier in the second quarter or first quarter, or late in the first quarter when they ran the hitch route on the outside with Chuck DeHaan, and then he had a 10-yard in. But
and Brinks is lined up at the bottom of the formation, close to the Sailor sideline. This ball is at the left hash on the 47 as Fish drops back, pressure in his face, and he delivers a teardrop over this defense. Tyler Brinks gets open, brings in for a catch. Zeeland West looking for an incomplete pass, but it's going to be completed. Great throw and great catch. 39-yard completion there from Carson Viss to Tyler Brinks.
And you had to think Brinks was going to get loose eventually, going deep. And on that one, Viss hit him right in stride. Great play there by the South Christian Sailors.
Ducks defense really negotiating with the refs, trying to get that one called incomplete. Refs aren't going to buy it. Instead, Sailors get the ball first and goal from the 9-yard line. Again, knocking on that door. Brinks lined up in that tight end position. He's open in the end zone. Can Fisk find him? He does, but he just overthrown out of his reach. Hit his extending fingertips and just over top.
Yeah, man. That's 3 times now South Christian, and that one's not on the receiver, but that's 3 times now as a team that they've dropped touchdowns or missed touchdowns here in the red zone, actually within the 10-yard line. And in a game like this, in a magnitude like this, when you're trying to get a position to go to the playoffs, you got to make those plays.
It's one we've seen the Sailor offense make all season long, and just unfortunate bounce. Yeah, Brinks was open in that play, and Viss just missed him. 2nd and 9, no safeties back. They're going to give it to Van Salkema up that hash mark. Tries to carry it right up the middle in the heart of that defense. Gain of 3.
3rd goal.
That's like one of those moments where you make a play call and the other team just happened to call a perfect play call. They ran a safety blitz on that play. No one was back there, man coverage. And on a play where you probably, on a time you come in slants, you did it and they got you.
Yeah, you're right. That was just one move. Defense made a better move. Better call. So 3rd and 6 for the Sailors. Knocking on the door. Cannot walk away from this drive with 0 points. As Vistas takes the snap, rolls to his right, waits patiently, and tries to hit Burgess, who stumbled in the end zone, and that ball airmailed out of the back of the end zone. Didn't see what happened there, Garrison, but Burgess seemed to stumble on the field.
I think he tried. While he was running to his right, he tried to sit in the zone, and while trying to sit, I think he just slipped in the end zone, and could have been touchdown.
It was a good play call, too. Gave Viss time, rolling to his right, try to find somebody open. Instead, an incomplete pass. Now we're looking at 4th down, 7:51 to go. Sailors, again, need a touchdown here as Viss takes the snap, and West brings the pressure. Viss steps up in the pocket. He's looking, rolls to his left, has an open Chuck DeHaan, and he brings it down for the touchdown. What a play. Garrison, I don't think he was even looking at DeHaan, but DeHaan came out of nowhere like Superman and snatched that ball out middle of the air.
Yeah, and I was really confused on that play call. You had Bunch on the left to the short side of the field. The one wide receiver on the right came to the left, after that, it was just all the players. The players made that play. That was all the guys in the field. Great job by Viss extending the play, and then you had Chuck DeHaan skying for the ball.
Chuck DeHaan, my goodness, has been reliable with his hands in this game. Big catches. Actually, 2 huge 4th down catches. So Wyatt Saul on for the point after, and it is good. And, folks, Sailors are only down 5 in this game. The Sailors tack on another point. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for this fantastic finish here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
All right, folks, we are back boy, what an exciting fourth quarter. Garrison, tell us about that Sailor touchdown drive.
Well, Vince gets the second touchdown of the day, but this one through the air. 7 yards pass to Mr. Skyrocket himself, Chuck DeHaan. 10 plays, 71 yards. 4 minutes and 8 seconds on that play. That was their second fourth down conversion on that drive. 7:43 left here in the game. Sailors 21, Ducks 26.
And we just saw another short kick for Wyatt Saul on the Sailor kickoff team that's fielded by Keaton Hendricks, and he takes advantage of that as he tacks on a couple more. Brings the ball out to the 50-yard line. Interesting call, why you would do that short kick. Maybe trying to keep it out of Keaton's hands, but that was not accomplished there. As
They might as well kick the onside.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. All right, well, Sailors, gut check time for this defense. They're going to need to get a stop. They had one stop, but that really only came at the end of the first half. Other than that, this Ducks offense has been able to score every time they've had the ball. So that traditional power T set, Slowhawk gives it to Keaton Hendricks. Hendricks bounces off a would-be tackle right at the line of scrimmage and muscles his way forward to about the 46-yard line. Nice 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, but another instance where South Christian, they stopped him for a shorter gain than what we've been used to seeing Zeeland West get all game there. 4 yards in the play, as you said. But right here, second down, this is a big play for South Christian. You had to either get them for no gain or at least a loss.
You can already see the Sailor defensive linemen ready to just bury themselves in the pile. Again, going to need a stop here. 2nd and 6. Gives the ball to Leslie. Leslie, who's got plenty of blockers on the left-hand side of that line, pushes his way to the 41-yard line. It's going to be close to the first down, but it's going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, big 71 there, Martinez. You can feel his impact and see it from up here. When he's blocking out there, they go to the left side. It's an easy 4 yards for them.
That's 71, the left tackle. Eli Chavez, that left guard. Marshall Johnson. They've been the big hog mollies up front, matched up with that center, Chase Henry. That left side of that offensive line has been potent and been tough to slow down. They're going to need them again on this 3rd down. Takes the snap and runs over the would-be blockers. Leslie with the ball carrier gets the first down. Nice stop. Led the way by Grayson Hunderman. In on that tackle, but it's not going to be enough as the Ducks are going to get the first down.
Let me ask you a question, my friend.
Please.
Would you, if you were the coach of South right now, would you go for broke and just blitz on every play?
Yeah, it'd be appetizing, wouldn't it? Because it feels like that's your only option.
Yeah.
Now, the Ducks did convert. 65-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Holman. Nice throw there by the quarterback, Trey Slowhawk. But I think you're right. I think you got to sell out and stop the run here because they're going to give it to Hendricks, who carries his way. Man, he is dangerous getting the ball from that fullback position, that middle running back position of that power T. Takes it right up the middle and tough to slow down in the backfield. He gets 8 yards.
Yeah, with that run, he goes over 200 yards for the game.
That's crazy.
At 207.
207. So 2nd and 2, 5 minutes to go. Just over the 5-minute mark. Clock is ticking. Ball on the 30-yard line. Sailors kind of uncharacteristically have had long offensive drives. So they need to get a stop here as Isaac Vanderswag takes left to right from that left running back position over the right-hand side of the line. Gets a first down to about the 22-yard line. It's another first down for this Zeeland West offense.
Yeah, right now, what should be on the mind of the coaching staff right now is what is their pathway to victory. And I mean, you haven't gotten a stop yet on this Zeeland West Dux team, but you got to find a way. And whatever's not working, you got to throw it away and try something new.
Folks, I believe the last matchup between these two teams was back in 2011. First round of playoffs, Zeeland West blew out the Sailors 49-7. Definitely not the same game we're seeing today. Gary, ball given off to Keaton Hendricks up the middle. Nice stop as the Sailors made that pile. Keaton Hendricks tried to jump over it but was unable to. Still picks up 3 yards.
And I think we both remember the most infamous game of Zeeland West and South Christian.
Oh, that's right. That was
2009, was that?
Yeah. Yeah, that was. There's been some.
Yep.
It's been a while since these two teams have played, but when they have, been some fun matchups. And again, two historically really, really solid programs. Again, I think Zeeland West, one of those sleepy, dynasties almost on this West Michigan football.
Dux Dynasty?
Dux Dynasty, exactly. Brandon Holman with the carry. Now check that. Isaac Vanderswag is going to get the ball. He's going to carry it for about 4 yards. This is play of the game right now, Garrison. This is 3rd and 3. Clock is ticking. Danny Brown only has 2 timeouts. Had to use one early in the 3rd. But this is the stop. You got to get a stop here on 3rd down. I don't know much about the Ducks field goal unit, but assume that they'll go for it if they don't get it here.
Oh, this is definitely 4-down territory for them. And for South, you just got to do whatever you can. Dig deep.
All right, folks. Clock is ticking under 2:45. Is the handoff to Jonah Leslie, who, finds a hole, and he busts through for that first down and then some. Carries it down to the 4-yard line, and hate to say that'll do it, but, that might have been the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Unless South Christian can get a stop here within the 5-yard line, and which is really hard to do against this team. It's tough. It's a tall order.
You think if they can get a good stop here, maybe Danny Brown's going to use his timeouts. Hoping to probably get that stop there, but unable to.
I would, if they can get to 3rd down, call the timeouts.
Yeah, it's going to be we're looking at 2:13 on the clock, and it is ticking. I don't know if they can afford to give that much time. Whistle's blown here. It's going to be a timeout. Zeeland West.
Wow.
Surprising timeout. Play clock, of course, at this level. That could be rolling down, and they're looking to just kill as much clock as possible. So, as we mentioned before, South Christian finishes off the season against Catholic Central. Again, the schedule just doesn't get any easier for the Sailors. And if they cannot escape tonight with a victory, it's going to be a must-win next week. And the Zeeland West Ducks are going to face the West Catholic Falcons, a team that Sailors beat week 3 of this season. A fantastic, fantastic game between those two schools, and they're going to face off next week in that matchup. So it should be fun. Conclusion of the season.
The OK Gold is so tough.
The OK Gold.
So tough.
I believe the standings as of today: Unity Christian, Zeeland West, Forsyth Central, Zeeland East, South Christian, and Wyoming. When South Christian's your second to worst team in the conference, that shows how good this conference really is.
Most definitely.
And South Christian's really punching above their weight class, too. I mean, these are Division III schools that they're going up against. And
always been that way.
Always been that way. I guess that's the way Danny and the coaches for him like it. Prepares the guys for the playoffs, and Sailors are hoping to get there. So first down on the 4-yard line, Trace Slodhawk is actually going to run a QB sneak of sorts, where he's just going to try to bulldoze his way directly behind the center. Gets maybe 1 on that. Timeout South Christian with 2 minutes to go in this game. Hey, new for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights travel to Adrian. Tune into the game starting at 3 o'clock at michigansportsradio.com. It's been a fun inaugural season for the Knights. The great Bob Sack has been on the call. You know, he's had a ton of fun with that. Looking back at, going to go through the history books with Zeeland West program. Again, just playoffs is the expectation, and playoffs is just where they normally find themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
Went 9-4 last season with the last-minute 4-point loss to Forest Hill Central. Went 10-2 in 22, and 6-3 in 21. So John Shillito's got this program steady and rolling, and we're seeing that tonight as they're prepping and gearing up for their playoff run as well.
One of these days, probably next week, I'm going to ask you to do your best Bob Sack impersonation on these airwaves.
I try to every time. Every time, my friend.
Well, I need the voice, too.
A high squeaky voice. Exciting play.
Don't say that about him.
All right, 2nd and 2. Slowhawk gives it to Vanderswag, who goes in bounces in the end zone for a touchdown. Nice drive there for that Zeeland West offense. Really put this game away.
Yep.
Isaac Vanderswag with his 2nd touchdown of the day. Carries it from 2 yards out.
Let me know if I'm wrong here, but I think, outside of that last drive of the half, in the first half, when they just threw the ball in the back of the end zone, they've scored on every single drive they've had today.
Every drive. Yeah, it's kind of a similar game to what we saw last week against Unity. Same offense, of course, but Sailor's really unable to slow down this power T. Yeah, but really unable to slow down this power T offense. And the difference this week is that the Sailor offense has really been able to move the ball. It's had success. Clock is reset now. It was at 2:01. Now it's at 1:58 as the Ducks have their offense on the field for this 2-point conversion. Handoff to Vanderswag again, who carries it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. It's going to put the Ducks up 34-21. All right, tune in for the Beist Electric post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring, all today's action, go over the stats for the key players, the key offensive metrics and statistics, and of course Garrison will announce his Big O Smokehouse player of the game.
Well, I'll tell you who's been a smoke show today. That's been Vanderswag. 2-yard touchdown run. That drive there by the Zeeland West Dux, 10 plays are longest of the game, 50 yards. Drive lasted 5 minutes and 38 seconds with a 2-point conversion to end it. 1:58 left on the clock. It is Sailors 21 and the Ducks 34.
And that touchdown probably will do that. We'll do it here for tonight, as this one might be just a bit out of reach. Sailors do have 1 timeout left, but you're down 13. But you never know, folks. High kickoff. It's going to be fielded by Nathan Boomsma. Fields that ball at the 32-yard line. First attempt for the Sailors. All right, we'll see what the Sailors can do. I mean, hey, you know what? You score quickly, onside kick, get the ball back. Again, you only need a touchdown, a point after, and a touchdown, a point after. So this one isn't over yet, folks. I wouldn't go home yet or turn this off quite yet, as we'll see what Carson Viss is able to do in his second to last regular season game of his career. Viss drops back to pass, looks for Burgess, who gets a nice block on the outside. Oh, they're going to call a holding on Chuck DeHaan. That's a suspect flag. Does that look like a very clean block?
It was a clean block, and I said it earlier, and I mean it more even now. I mean it more so even now. These officials asserted themselves in this game a little bit too much tonight.
I think when one team is close to double-digit penalties, it does make you wonder. Just a tad, but we don't want any fines coming across us. That's 8 penalties for the South Christian Sailors. Just cannot have that. Cannot have that at this stage of the season against teams like this. That sets him back. 1st and 16 as Viz takes the snap, spins as he rolls to his left, tries to throw a dart, and it's tipped. It's going to be picked off by Keaton Hendricks, who is actually going to kneel it. This could have taken that one for 6, but in a good measure just kneels the ball and should about seal this game. But this was looking over the middle. I think he had a man open, but that ball got tipped and picked off.
Yeah, and that's how it happens sometimes. And they've seen that he has a tendency to throw across his body back on the other side of the field. They put their hands up, took the ball, and got picked off. And Keaton Hendricks shows a lot about his character. Just to go ahead and kneel it, not worried about his personal stats, not worried about any of that. Just get home with the victory, and it looks like Zeeland West is about to do that.
Yeah, he had a lot of green room. He could have carried that one back for 6. Like you said, padded the stats and had a nice highlight. But instead, Ducks are going to line up in that victory formation. The Sailors only have 1 timeout, and I can't imagine Danny's going to use it. But we're going to take this one to half. So, it takes one to the conclusion of the game. So, Garrison, this is going to be 4 losses in a row. And in some ways, they're not really 4 bad losses. But still 4 losses. It's been a long time since you had your last victory.
Yeah, it's 5 weeks now since you've seen your last victory. There's no moral wins here, and the teams you're losing to are some of the best teams in the state. But the problem is that you've had your chance in them, and things that have killed drives, such as 8 penalties, as we saw here tonight. And as you said, you're not going to win games that way. You're just not.
No. Against Sailors, win week 1 against Grand Rapids Christian, week 2 against East Grand Rapids, week 3 against West Catholic, week 4 against Wyoming, and then a tough loss to Forest Hill Central, and then a real close loss. They had a chance to tie that game up against Zeeland East. Lost 22-15 there, and then last week's commanding loss, but victory for Unity over the Sailors. And now tonight, a 34-21 final that's going to put the Sailors at a 4-4 record going into the conclusion next week at Catholic Central. So that'll wrap up the game from here, folks, but don't go anywhere because the Bison Electric post-game show is coming out right after this break here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe, all baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Folks, that'll do it here as the clock hits 0. Ducks 34-21 victory over the South Christian Sailors. It's a really, really great game, hard-fought match between two really good programs. Got some loud noises coming in from the outside, but that's right, we'll power through. Let's go over the scoring from today's action. Go through all the touchdowns here. The Zeeland West Dux had 5 of their own. Sailors had 3, and we'll cover all that action here. So Ducks got the ball to kick off this game. They took it 3 plays, 73 yards. A drive that lasted a minute 27. That was capped off by Keaton Hendricks. 52-yard touchdown play. Jonah Leslie with a 2-point conversion. Put the Ducks up 8-0. Ducks got the ball back. Vanderswag with the 16-yard touchdown run that capped off a 6-play, 89-yard touchdown drive that took 2 minutes, 47 seconds off the clock. Put the Ducks up 14-0. They scored again before the Sailors had a chance to get on the board with a Sloot Hawk 65-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Holman. 3-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. And just like that, 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go left in the second quarter. Sailors are down 20-0. Sailors were able to get on the board, though, with 2 touchdowns of their own. First one was a Osterhaven 4-yard TD run that capped off a 13-play, 70-yard touchdown drive that lasted 5:41. Put the Sailors on the board down 20-7. Got the ball back, started the second half, and took it 19 plays for 79 yards, an 8-minute, 46-second drive that put them within 1 score. It was capped off by a Carson Viss 1-yard touchdown run. But unfortunately, the Ducks were able to respond as the Ducks offense came out and had a 5-play, 64-yard, 3-minute, 7-second drive. Jonah Leslie with the 1-yard touchdown run. And then Sailors were able to get one last touchdown to keep this one close. Carson Viss hits Chuck DeHaan on a 7-yard touchdown pass that capped off another long drive, another 10-play, 71-yard drive that took 4 minutes, 8 seconds. That touchdown came on a 4th down to keep that drive alive. Sailors needed to stop, but were unable to get one as the Ducks got the ball back again for a 10-play, 50-yard drive that took 5:38, the longest drive of the day when they needed it the most. And Isaac Vanderswag with the 2-yard touchdown run to cap it off. 2-point conversion was also good, and that was all she wrote for the Sailors as that capped off the final score, 34-21. So another tough week against a tough opponent with a tough offense. But I think the Sailors looked a little bit different this week. What was your impression of the South Christian offense and this unit as a whole?
Well, I think defensively, when you're going against the wing T, the Vera offense, it is what it is sometimes, and it's tough to stop. And if you're not prepared for it in the correct way, it's going to be hard. You're not going to come out on the right end of it. Offensively, I think they did a better job last week. 92 rush yards this week, which is better than they usually do. A lot of that coming from the running backs. You also have 342 yards out of them total. 150. 250 from Carson Viss. He got it going early in the game. My player of the game, though, tonight is going to be Keaton Hendricks of Zeeland West. 10 carries for 210 yards. That's 21 per. He ran very well today. And it wasn't just that he had good blocking. It was that when he got the ball, he was making guys miss. He was beating tackling angles. He was outrunning everybody. He played very good today. Actually, he had a great game. Good is an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the words of Jimi Hendrix, all on the watchtower, watch him. So, big hole, smoke, house player of the game, Keaton Hendricks.
No doubt. I mean, that's the stat line right there. And, of course, capped it off that last interception that sealed the deal. Could have had another touchdown there, but decided to kneel it and ground the game. And the final score, what we have, was 34-21. So Sailors have one more week to get right. They got Catholic Central next week. It'll be the final home game. I believe that's home. It's going to be East Grand Rapids. And so that'll be a fun finale here. Getting reports and updates that South Christian should make the playoffs. Basically, with their wins, the competition they've played, it'll be enough for them to get in. So it's always weird to go on a 5-game losing streak and potentially make the playoffs if they do lose next week. But, hey, you know what? Get this win, seal the deal, get the momentum going into the playoff push. And once the playoff season starts, anything can happen then, brother.
Boy, we needed that in high school.
We did. So hopefully the Sailors will get it now. And another fun one tonight. South Christian Sailor team looked different. They looked a little more polished, a little more creative. Unfortunately, penalties really did them in throughout the game, and we can talk about who made those penalty calls and whatnot, but at the end of the day, those penalties still took place, still stalled out drives, a couple touchdown drops in the midst of all of that. So quite the game, quite the experience for the South Christian Sailors, but folks, we'll be back next week here on Michigan Sports Radio to get all that action here as well. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, Tim Chenoweth, for the amazing stats, as always, mathematician genius. Of course, Garrison, thank you for joining us on the booth. I'm Bryce Sack. We'll see you all again next week here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.